Players crazy. What's up? Just waiting for people to join in. I am sick, so forgive me. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate you. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Started coming here and at least talk to you guys. Yeah, the Gatorade, the company that didn't go bankrupt, like BioSteel. Man, I'm debating on whether or not I should just shut this. I think not really sure what to do here. Maybe I'll just angle myself a little bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Using Manscaped. Honestly, has anybody used the code yet? Has anybody used the Manscaped code? Be honest, it's all good if you haven't, but if anybody's used it, I mean, I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, people are saying I don't sound good. Fortunately, there's been like, I guess a cold or like a flu or something passed around my entire family. Had a little family get together like a week ago and everybody got sick. So just thought I'd jump in here because I feel like crap and wanted to talk to people. Gonna be stuck in my apartment probably for a few days, so hello from Thunder Bay. Yeah, back to school time. Thank God I'm not in school anymore. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions about the Manscaped ads in the videos. I hope people aren't too upset that I'm promoting, and I can be completely transparent with you guys about that, the whole Manscaped thing. It's actually good for my channel, to be completely honest with you. It's good for my career, and I only have until next week to basically Manscaped will see how many people use the code. And if there's enough people that use the code, they'll be a full-time sponsor of this channel, which would put me one step closer to being a full-time content creator, which is what I want to do, right? So hopefully you guys use the code. If you guys use the code APH at Manscaped, you could change my life in a good way. So, and yours, really. I'll be honest with you guys. What do you think about being over the cap? They got a lot of answers or a lot of questions to answer. So I think they're gonna send some guys down, which will alleviate some of the cap pressure. But I think use the code, Luke. Use the code. Okay, I guess if somebody else has a code. Yeah, I don't know. I think they probably will end up trading somebody like a Connor Timmins, or they'll probably end up trading somebody like a Sam Lafferty. But that kind of affects their depth in a poor way. I think a lot of people want to trade William Nylander. Like there's somebody in the chat right now saying trade Nylander for Colton Parayko. I wouldn't trade for Parayko. He's not the same as he used to be. A lot of people look at like these big names and they think that just because they have a name that they're a good defenseman, and that's no disrespect to anybody because I used to do stuff like that where I'd be like, oh well, I remember the name of this guy, so he must be good because he's a household name, but usually that's not a good thing. Sammy's mask, yeah, Sammy's mask looks good. He's got like the Cujo mask going on, little Curtis Joseph throwback. Yeah, I keeping Nylander for a year and letting him walk is probably the worst thing to do, but I honestly ultimately think that William Nylander doesn't want to leave. Like I honestly just don't think he's gonna go. Yeah, we probably do need Connor Timmins, right? I think they're probably gonna pair Klingberg with McCabe, signing Kane at 1 to 1.5. I think Kane's gonna get a lot more money than that. I think Patrick Kane signs for $3 to $4 million, so I don't know if the Leafs could be a part of that. I don't think Calgary's going to be as bad this year. Their goaltending is what screwed them, I think. There's a lot of contending teams that will clear out space towards the deadline to sign Patrick Kane if he's still unsigned. I just don't think the Leafs have the ability to do that. Like, as much as I think Patrick Kane would be good, like, you're going to take away a spot from one of the young Leafs on that third or fourth line that are a lot quicker than him because Patrick Kane wouldn't even play in the top six. I think Jones is going to end up clearing waivers. Yeah, I think so. Thoughts of a potential Johnny Hockey centering a third line, Bertuzzi, Matthews, Nylander, Nyes, Domi, Marner, Robertson. I don't think Tavares can play on the ball. Like, you guys got to remember, like, John Tavares isn't a bad hockey player. Like, he's still a point per game guy. He's got to play in the top six. Yeah, no, I think Klingberg's going to be really good, but he, like, only on offense. Like, he's one of the worst defensive defensemen in the entire NHL, or not defensive defenseman. He's one of the worst defensemen in the NHL in his own zone. Niemela's not going to make the team though. He's still a year away. If the Leafs get stuck towards the end of the year, then maybe they bring him up, but they're not he's not going to make the team. Yeah, JT is slow, but the thing is he still gives you 80 points. Putting him on the wing isn't really going to do anything because the Leafs don't have a number 2 center. Like Max Domi is good, but he's not a number 2 center. Like I don't know. I unless they make a big move, I don't know how that would work. It would change the lines completely, but yeah, I want to see Nylander and Matthews together again. I think Nylander and Matthews work better together. Simplicity7, what's up? Thanks for joining in. Sorry again for all the people coming in. I can't stay healthy, so the reason for my voice is like this is because I'm sick once again. I do apologize. It's been a crappy few weeks. Thank you. Yo, what's up? Thank you to everybody that's here right now. Honestly, it's been a crazy few weeks for me. So some really terrible stuff, some good stuff. Yeah, I think Darren, I think you're probably close to being right, but I think that they're gonna have Nyes in the top six. Top six. I mean, I have my eyes on a few guys like Minton, Nyes, obviously, Niamla, Ty Voigt. Yeah, I don't know if Domi's gonna be on the second line. But you guys gotta remember, like training camp could completely change everything. Like the training camp could make everything different. Nice, Matthew Nylander. I think it's gonna end up being Bertuzzi with Matthews. I think Bertuzzi has it like although I kind of want to see Bertuzzi play with Marner. So Martin, you might be onto something. Because although Nylander passing the puck to Bertuzzi could be something pretty special, but like Bertuzzi has to play with playmakers, so maybe he does play better with Tavares and Marner because I think Bertuzzi is a good finisher. Yeah, Domi and Marner playing together in London could change things. And Klingberg is like strictly because the Leafs power play could be so much better. And Klingberg puts up a lot of numbers offensively. No, I think the Leafs need to keep Robertson. I know a lot of people for some reason want to trade him, but the Leafs have done this so many times before. They give up on a guy that's injury prone or maybe hasn't shown everything yet, and then he goes and plays amazing for other teams. Like we can't give up on a 21-year-old kid. Like you gotta keep giving him chances. The Leafs can't afford to give up cheap assets right now. They have to keep those guys because their cap situation. It doesn't make sense. His trade value is low right now. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think people are writing off Boston and Tampa, which I think is stupid because I think Tampa could win the division. Like to me, and I don't care what people say. Like obviously, I'm a Leaf fan, but like I think the Leafs are the favorites to win the division. But like it wouldn't surprise me if Tampa wins again because they have Vasilevsky, they have Hedman, they have they have Stamkos, they have Kucherov. Like that team is not getting worse. They're still good. Is Deal the worst in the cap era? Nah, I think he'll still be fine. Daniel, thank you very much. Yeah, I think Bunting going to Carolina is an interesting one. I don't think I think Brindamore will love him. I think that he won't get the refs won't be on him as much. The refs loved calling penalties on Bunting um because Bunting was a Leaf. Like, let's just be honest here. Primetime television, they call penalties on him. It's like them winning a Stanley Cup, honestly. Like, it's ridiculous. Honestly, yeah. I think Wall could definitely take over that spot. Do you think it's a bad idea to pick up Kane? I don't think it's a bad idea, but I don't think it's a good idea either. Like, if Patrick Kane is gonna play in the top 6 and he's good enough, that makes the Leafs a million times better, but he's not. I just again want to say thank you to everybody who's here right now. Appreciate you guys stopping in to hear me talk, even though I sound like shite. I don't want to swear, but I think the Leafs are much better this year, actually. Like, they they got tougher, but like, people are ignoring the fact that their depth just got a million times better. Like, you might have a guy like Cali Yarncrook playing on like the third or fourth line. Like, Yarncrook was actually really good last year for the Leafs. Like, he's probably one of the most underrated players on the Leafs. They can't trade Yarncrook. That guy is really good. Like, he actually fits this team really well. So I think that they got to keep him. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you've got a guy like Yarncrook and like Robertson and even maybe a Lafferty playing on your third and fourth line, like, Yarncrook is soft. Yeah, but not like, see, this is what I don't get. Like, why does every player have to be tough? Like, not every player has to be a tough guy. Like, they addressed that. They got Reeves, they got Bertuzzi, they got Domi, who are like a little bit more scrappy. Like, I just don't believe that every player has to be tough. 14 goals ain't enough. For a depth player, he's only making $2 million. Dude, 14 goals is amazing for a guy that's supposed to just be depth. Yeah, and actually, he scored 20 goals. Like, what else do you want this guy to do? The season hasn't started yet. Like, let's give these guys a chance before the season starts. Reeves is gonna address a lot of problems that the Leafs have in terms of, like, he's only gonna fight when it's necessary, but he'll get the guys going. Yeah, and like, again, the TJ Brody thing, it just blows my mind. Like, I don't know. He's so much better than he's getting credit for. I think Bertuzzi will end up staying long term if he stays healthy. Noah Gregor? No, I don't think so. Sorry. I thought Ethan Bear already signed a PTO, but it wasn't with the Leafs. Let's check it. Ethan Bear. Oh, NHL trade rumors posted a long time ago. Potential spots. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, but like you already have Timothy Liljegren. Like you don't need Ethan Bear. Zach Aston Reese. But he signed a PTO. The thing is you're actually what Chris is saying is true. Like people always like to go back and look at defensemen that signed for less than 5 million and go, well, why didn't the Leafs sign this guy? He's better than Brody. Like there's a million different reasons why some guys are signed for certain deals. Like Brody Brody signing for 5 million on the open market, he still probably gets five, like or more with the cap going up. Like it's not gonna be less money. Yeah, I think people would notice a significant difference in the Leafs. Excuse me, if they traded TJ Brody, unless you replace him with a good top two defenseman, which again, like where are you getting that? Like again, like people were bringing up like Matt Dumba and Colton Parayko. Those guys are not even good anymore. Like we're like don't bring up random names. Like those guys aren't even good. Who's going to replace Shen? They're saying they want Timothy Liljegren to take a step up, not in terms of the physicality, but the cap is the cap. Okay, so you get a top two defenseman. It's going to cost you more than $5 million. So then who else are you trading? So now you're going to lose two pieces. Luke Shen got overpaid. I'm sorry. Luke Shen got way too much. Way too much money. Yeah, Chris, I think we're on the same page, but and that's not to discredit anything that you guys are saying for sure. Like I agree with lots of you guys, but what you guys shouldn't be looking at isn't the Brody deal. You should be looking at the Klingberg deal. Like I like Klingberg and I think he takes a step again offensively this year. But if the Leafs were to make a better move, they should have used that 4 million on a defensive defenseman and let the offense be their forward group and just have a solid blue line. Like imagine if the Leafs spent 4 million on somebody else, maybe threw in a little bit of extra money if they trade a Sam Lafferty. They could have signed a guy over $5 million or traded for a guy over $5 million. And then your top four would have been Riley, the guy you trade for, Brody, and McCabe. You know what I mean? I don't understand why Nylander or Brody has to go. They don't. The Leafs can get cap compliant by sending down three guys to the minors. Like they don't really have to make big moves to get cap compliant. Klingberg actually fought Kachuk like 3 different times, guys. I'll be honest with you guys. Klingberg doesn't mess around. He's not that tough, but he fights. Like if he has to fight, he'll fight. Like Klingberg legitimately hates Kachuk, and they fought multiple times. He's not soft. Like, at least he'll do something, right? Klingberg money at Graves? I don't know if that would have been good, but I mean, possibly. Yeah, and then like Klingberg's offensive power is just amazing. Like the guy can put up points. I mean, Klingberg can be sent down, but you're only going to bury a certain amount of his cap hit. Yeah, Shen replacement will come at the deadline for sure. No, most of Klingberg's money wouldn't be buried. Not his cap hit. I think the Leafs can win the cup if they make an ad at the deadline, like honestly. Robertson is going to be on. I think Robertson's going to start on the fourth line. I think Robertson will get a shot on the fourth line. Because there's like 50 of you guys in here, I want to ask you guys, just because I said this at the beginning of my stream. Do people are people upset about the fact that I have the Manscaped ad in the videos, like that I have the Manscaped sponsor in the videos? Just want to ask that question. Okay. No, I appreciate it. Nobody's bringing that to the dressing room. That's funny. Because I'll be completely transparent with you guys, right? Like, and I mentioned this at the beginning. Oh my god. It's not the content, it's the repetition. Okay, Martin, no problem, man. But again, basically, with the Manscaped thing, it's like they told me I have a month. It's like a trial month, and that ends on September 25th. So I have to get a certain amount of codes used. If I don't get the codes used, then there won't be any more Manscaped ads. So I'm hoping that some people used my code, because if they did, it could potentially create more time for me to make content, because I'm trying to go full time with my content, as you guys know, but uh, hopefully the Manscaped stuff worked. So if you're thinking about using Manscaped or buying it with my code, do it very soon, because if I don't get those codes, I won't have the sponsor, unfortunately. I'm trying to be full time so I can like do live stream reactions to Leaf games with you guys, where I can go live, I can do post game with you guys. So if you guys are ever thinking of the problem is I can't stream and do all that stuff because I have 2 other jobs. Like I have 3 jobs. Like right now, literally, I work 7 days a week. So me like taking a step back from my other jobs to take this on full time would require more sponsors and stuff like that, right? So, and in this day and age, you need multiple jobs. So I'm hoping that people use the Manscaped stuff, so that way I got a chance. I got a chance at a monthly thing for them because they're not even paying me right now. Manscaped isn't paying me anything. So I'm doing that as a trial run. So fingers crossed that I get enough codes because I have no idea how many I have because nobody's told me if they used it. So if any one of you guys have used Manscaped with my code, let me know. Yeah, thanks, Martin. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying my best. Definitely trying my best. But I want to be able to make more content with you guys. I want to be able to I want to be able to do like live events. Like it'd be really cool if we like all watched a game together at like a restaurant or something like that as an event. Like it'd be really cool. But with the amount of time I have now, it can't happen. So let's hope. 8 kids. Congratulations. That's crazy. Knives with Minton and Ellis. 8 shavers. Justin, thank you so much. Daniel, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll be honest with you guys. I've reached out to a couple YouTubers in the Leaf space, and yeah, I don't know. They just don't respond. To be completely honest with you guys. So see, the reason why I do Leaf videos though is because they're my favorite team and I'm more passionate about it. I used to do all teams, but it's not I'm not as passionate about it, right? What scares me most is Keith was out coached. Yep, he's still a young coach, but there's no more excuses anymore, right? He's got to get it done this year. I don't think the prospects game is televised, to be honest with you guys. Haven't heard from downtown Stephen Brown in a while. Yeah, I mean, him and I had a little bit of a falling out. Um, him and I don't talk anymore, so I don't know what he's doing, but I hope he's doing well. I mean, I don't hate the guy, so I hope he's doing well. Haven't I don't even know what he's doing. The most annoying fan bases. Senators fans, Winnipeg Jets fans. But I don't care. They're passionate about their favorite teams. Hot Take Hockey. Yeah. I've seen a lot of these channels. Like that Gravite kid. He's the first ever collab he did on YouTube was with me. He's doing amazing. I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan of his content, but he's a good kid. But the first ever collab he did was with me on my channel. And now he's much bigger. He's doing really well from what I've seen. So good for him. Honestly, I think Dangle and I eventually will do something. I've talked to him a couple times. So him and I might actually do a collab at some point. God, my voice is just going, man. Holy crap. Excuse me. Are the Leafs actually live streaming the game? You're good with Manscaped? What does that mean? You don't want it? Oh, wow. They actually are streaming it. Yeah. I mean, just to wrap up a little bit, because I think some people want to watch this hockey game, which I can't blame them. If you are using Manscaped, use code APH. And if you have used it already, let me know. Put it in the chat or send me a message, and I'll give you a shout out, man. Honestly, it helps my channel quite a bit. I don't want to talk about the Babcock situation yet because not all the info is out, but I think he's a dirtbag. I'll leave it at that. I think he's insecure about himself. Like, that's so dumb. Like, it makes no sense what he's doing. Like, imagine going to class in school and the teacher being like, okay, you're going to put you're sharing your phone to the TV and showing me pictures of your family on your phone. Like, that's violating your rights. Like, what the hell? Like, it makes no sense. I'd be like, shut up and let's talk about the power play. Like, show me how I'm gonna score more goals this year. Like, why do you want to see my trip to Disneyland? Like, how am I gonna score more goals this year? Honestly, I don't know. That Blue Jackets management staff has been questionable for a few years now. Yeah. Anyways, I think a lot of people left to go watch that prospects game, so I can't blame you. Yeah, like I said before, thank you guys so much for coming in. I just wanted to talk even for a little bit. I'm talking more than I expected to. My voice really hurts because I'm sick. Thank you so much. And my voice won't be like this, hopefully, for a while. Again, if you want to use Manscaped, I'd appreciate it. Use code APH. You use that, I could potentially become a full-time YouTuber. So just know that if you're buying that stuff, you're helping potentially kickstart my full-time career. So appreciate you guys, and yeah, you guys are the best. Go watch the Leafs. Go Leafs, go. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.